You know, growing up without a mother, you tend to lack reference of what to compare your parenting journey to. Oftentimes, I catch myself wondering, is it normal to do the things that I'm doing? I've been a stay at home mom for the past 3 years, and within that 3 years, I've never spent a night away from my daughter. And I'm like, is it normal? Do normal people go this long without being away from their kids? I don't know. I think people who can go or get away from their kids that are brave enough, obviously it comes from you as a person, your surrounding, your resources, and then who you are. Personally, I'm someone who's not trusting. The only time I was away from my kid was when I gave birth to her younger sister. And then that time she was with her dad. So that consoled me in a way. Obviously, I think we both had that separation anxiety where we're like, oh, where's the other one? She was wondering, where is mommy? And I'm like, where's baby? And how's baby doing? But then the fact that it was with my husband, it made me more comfortable. Also, it was a medical condition, so there was nothing I could do about it. I was in a hospital, it was an emergency. I was giving birth, so I had to go away from her. She couldn't spend the night. So it was like literally something that I couldn't control. But if it's something that I can control, I wonder, can I actually spend a night away from my child? Is it normal to go this long, 3 years, without having spent a night from your kid? Let me know in the comments. When was the first time you spent a night away from your child? If you've ever done it, how was it? How did you, if it was hard for the first time, how did you break through it? Because I know oftentimes we are parenting through our traumas. Personally, I know that's a trauma because I grew up in an environment where it was a rough environment where you're constantly overly worried about if you're safe or whatever. So your antennas were always on alert to see if there's danger coming or not. So that eventually became my default setting. And then now that I'm a parent, I still go back to that, into that state of like flight or fight, even if I'm out of it, like I'm still in a survival mode, even after, even if when I'm in a safe environment, like I'm still that little girl who's like, is it safe? What's happening? Like you'd be walking around in a village, you hear so and so that got raped last night, so and so's house got broken into last night. You're constantly overly worried for your life because certain things were happening all around you. So that was a scary environment, and there were no elderly people to protect you because it was a child-headed family. So that on its own, I think it's something that you can't instantly get over. Do you know what I mean? Like it's something that stays with you for a very long time. Even now, years later, that I'm a parent and I'm not in that environment, that is still my default setting. So it makes it hard for me to trust people to watch over my kids. Do people even babysit throughout the night? I don't know. I've never had a babysitter, so I wouldn't know. One thing I remember though is that when I was still back in Botswana, I had my best friend come to visit me in the capital city in Gaps. And then she left her son in Maum. Back then, her child was like a year old. And the first 2 weeks, she was very stressed and very upset because she had left her son behind. And I was trying to comfort her and console her, telling her that, oh, you are here because you are trying to make a better life for your son. Oh, you are doing well. You are such a great mom. Although all that was true, now looking back, they say hindsight is 2020. Now looking back, I can tell that I didn't understand what she was going through, because now that I'm a mother and have a 3-year old who I've never been separate away for that long, I couldn't even fathom what she was going through. I'm like, looking back, I'm like, she was so brave. I don't think I'm that brave. I can't. I'll be lying if I said I was that brave. One of my friends recently went to Melbourne to visit her sister, and she left her kids behind. I'm like, you left your kids behind. Obviously, they were with the husband. The youngest is like a year old. I'm like, oh, that's brave. I don't think we're there yet. I could hear myself getting anxious thinking about her leaving her kids. It wasn't even my life. I was like, here I am getting anxious for you. And she did it. She had fun. I'm like, you are so brave. Maybe one day, I don't know, I'm not there yet. Guys, I have noticed that 87% of people who watch my channel regularly, they haven't subscribed. Could you please subscribe to the channel? It's a free way of helping me to continue to show up on here. All right. Thank you. And then one of my friends, she's also an expat. She came here with her family, and I asked her, do you ever go out without your kids? She's like, no, I'm always with my kids. Her youngest is like 2, and then her oldest is 10. She's like, no, I'm always with my kids. If the oldest is at school, I'm always, best believe I'm always with the youngest. I'm like, yeah, that's normal, hey. And she's like, yeah, I think so. But when I talk to people telling them that I've never separated from my kids for the past 3 years, they look at me funny. I'm like, that's probably not normal. The way they look at me, they're like, But then it makes sense. I'm in Australia and my family is all the way in Africa. So it's inevitable that I wouldn't separate from my kids. I mean, I can. Can I? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to pick your brains though. When was the first time, or at what age did you separate from your child? Not separate, but to go away and spend the night away from your kids. And how did you feel? I don't know. I feel like just nighttime on its own, it's when the predators are roaming the streets and then the prey are hiding. So imagine you left your kids, they'll be defenseless. I can't. I don't know. I know I'm not in the jungle, but in my mind, this is what's happening. This is what's running through my mind when I think of this. But let me know what you guys think. Is this normal? I'm not sure. I am not sure. You know, there's so many things that I do as a mom now. And I'm like, the fact that I don't have reference, it makes it so hard for me to know if it's normal or not normal. And then you talk with so many different people from so many different cultures, so many different walks of life. Everyone has a different perspective. Everyone has a different experience. So you can't really know which is which is why comparing your life to anyone at all, it's like a game over. Like you are dooming yourself, for like you literally are dooming yourself if you ever compare yourself to anyone at all. That is just a waste of energy, hey. But anyway, that's all I had in this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Let me know. I would like to pick your brains. Is it normal to go for 3 years without having spent a night away from your toddler? I don't know. Maybe we'll go for another 3 more years because my youngest now is like 6 months. I don't know. We'll circle back to this one. Bye, guys.